Welcome to DIY with Gayle in the Ketchikan Public Library. Today, we're going to look at another one of those Explorer kits, but we're going to look at one that I've wanted to do or try for a very long time, and I did it, okay? I checked out the Quilling Art kit, and I will tell you it was a little on the frightening side because I have never done quilling. Okay, I've looked at the books a million times. This happens to be the book that comes in the kit, but we also have these over there at the library that I have checked out a million times and looked at going, oh, I'd love to be able to do this. And I mean, you just look at it and you go, oh, wow, so gorgeous, just gorgeous. And it's paper, and as you know, one of my favorite mediums is paper. I love to work with paper. So, I brought the kit home, and I opened it. And it comes with tons of wonderful things to try out, all the little toys for wrapping your pieces of paper. And I mean, I'm looking at it just like you would when you opened it for the first time. And then I saw the paper itself. I never noticed in the books when people were having it against their hands how small it is. And okay, they called me Grace for a long time when I was growing up, for many reasons. I mean, I'm all thumbs and sausage fingers, and this just looked frightening to me, so frightening. But I guess they must have known that was going to be the case, because they made us tools that actually have slits in them. I don't know if you'll be able to see that with my finger there or not. But that slit is where you put the paper. Okay? So I'm going to put the paper in there. Paper's in. I'm going to pull it right to the edge and then roll. And you just roll. Now, mine isn't really straight, and that's okay because when I take it off, I can straighten it up, okay? So roll it on. And like I said, they gave us tools to do this for those people who are like me and have some issues. Now, I will tell you, I've been doing this for 3 days now. The first ones I did, I popped them off and sent them flying across the room a couple of times. Okay, then there's this little board here, and I decide how big I want it. I'm going to go with this size right here. Put it in there. Hang on to it. See, I let go. That's okay. And it takes practice, 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 and I don't have enough practice yet, and that's okay. So mine is up right there, and I'm just going to hold this down. The most important thing of doing this, I found, is these. Okay, these tweezer things, because my hands just don't want to grab. So I'm going to grab it up, and I'm going to come back up here. And now I can hold it and add my glue. Okay, now I'm going to tell you about the glue. I'm not going to use that paper plate there. Note I have a pin in the top of my glue. I don't know about you, but I lose my little lids all the time. And if you stick a pin in the top of there, it will keep the air out and keep your tube clear. Okay, so I'm going to pull that out, and I'm going to come over here to my plastic, and I'm going to put some of the glue on my plastic here. And I'm going to show you why I'm going to do that. My glue's almost empty here, so I didn't plan for the glue part of it, sorry. Okay, there's a little bit there. So I'm going to take that, glue my piece together, and just hold it for a second. And then there's my first little thing. All right, I want to go back to the glue, so go ahead and stay right there. I'm going to take the lid off so I can put the glue down, because gluing is one of the most important things of this little job. And I will tell you that my fingers ended up full of glue, and I was sticking to my pieces and parts. And so I thought, oh, cool idea. So I could just take and go like this, right? Well, when I did that, the glue went up the sides, and it just made a mess. So what I figured out to do is to take a piece of cardboard and just kind of smooth it out. Make it thin. Okay? You could do it with a credit card or something like that to make it much easier than just how I did it there. But then you see that your pile isn't so deep, and so when I stick my little item in the glue, then my glue isn't going up the side of it. It's only catching that little bit. And then we're gonna, this is what I am calling my sample. I'm going to add it right there. Now, all of these pieces I made within the last couple of days. I had no clue what I was doing when I first started, so I just made a sample page. Now, the first thing they tell you to do is to create a frame. On this one, I made my frame higher than my paper goods, which I think for me is a mistake. I wanted, after I saw this, I made this one a little bit closer to the height, about half of the height of this one, and did it. Doesn't it look like little balloons? And then hearts. This was my first heart, and I just thought it turned out so cute. These are my second and third. Not quite as cute, but you know, I did mention that practice is what needs to be done when you start something like this. So let's play just a little bit. I showed you how to do that one. I'm gonna come over here and grab this little one. This is the same as that one that I showed you earlier. It does have a little hole, not hole, but slice in it there, so you can put the paper and roll it. So again, find the slice, put the paper in it, pull it to the edge, and roll. I will tell you that, like I said, I've been doing this now for about 3 days. So I am completely new at it. I don't have a clue what I'm doing, but I'm having fun. I am absolutely loving this. As I said, I was a little concerned about how tiny this paper is, but you know what? It seems to be going all right, especially with these little tools to help me hang on to things. Okay, I'm going to leave a little tail here, because this is going to be the bottom of my balloon, and I'll finish out this one. Pull it off of there, catch some glue. Oh, actually, I don't want to glue that yet. Ignore that part. We don't want to glue yet. We want to put it in here to let it get big again. And just, oh, and I already glued it. Never mind, that one's glued, and that's okay. We'll just call that one a done one. See how it is? All right. And that's what, you know, you can't make a mistake really, because who says that paper can't be turned that way just because it didn't work out on that one for me. All right, I'm rushing along for my balloon so I can show it to you. This one's going to be kind of a peachy color. So I actually sat in front of the TV and did this and found it very relaxing. Okay, again. All right, so I'm carefully letting up a little at a time to let it go big in there. And there it went big. And then I go and get my little tweezer thingy-majiggies. And I'm going to grab it up. Okay. I'm going to add a little bit of glue to my edge here now because I let it get big. Okay. And then balloons are kind of elongated, so I'm just going to give a little squeeze, just a little one, not too much. Okay. And then the other thing is you see how I pulled my center down? Well, I want it to stay there. So I'm going to take, where is that? There's this pokey one. It has no slits in it or anything, and I'm just going to dip it in the glue and then come back over here and put that in to hold my little guy. And then I will use this as the bottom when I glue it into my little card. So if I turn it over, here, I'm going to try and take it off of here. There we go. And there's the top of my balloon. Okay. And I just gave a little squeeze on the side to give it that elongated. And now I'm going to do that little bottom piece. I just cut a tiny piece off the bottom of my paper when I was doing the big balloon part. I roll that one. And this one I can go ahead and glue before I even take it off of there because I don't really want to let it go too much. And then I'm just going to squeeze it to get it to shape like that bottom of where you tie that knot. Where'd my tweezers go? I lost my tweezers. There they are. And if you can't squeeze it with your fingers, you guys, squeeze it with your tweezers, okay? Because they are little, very little. Okay. A little glue, and I'm gonna take a little bit of that off because I put too much. And there's the bottom of my balloon. I overglued it a little bit there. Okay. And then just to make the string, you can just put that on this small one here. Let's see. Do a little roll on this one. Not very long because, like I said, it's just going to be my balloon string. And then give it a little pull. And there's my string. Okay. And that kind of makes them look like what's here in my little card. I didn't get my new one quite as triangled as I got those, but you see where I'm going with it. And see my little leaves? These are probably my favorite thing to do. I think I've went a little crazy on those. All right, so that's showing you the stuff. And I did not I have not learned how to use this yet, or this one. There's lots and lots of very, very amazing little tools in here, and this book tells how to do every bit of it, you guys, every bit of it. From, I mean, look, there's the scroll, okay? And one of the things I liked about this craft was that you can make these pieces all in advance. All right, I'm going to grab something over here. So, as I said, I started with the kit from the library, our little kit, and then tried it, said, gosh, I really like it, but I don't know how to do all of this stuff, and we'll be learning, as I said. Then I went to work and said, what would happen if I had a little bit bigger paper, especially for my hand, bigger, okay? And I'm gonna let you peek in my drawer, and I've been playing with those. So that's after these. These are my first attempts. These are my second attempts. Some of these I even used 2 papers with. I will tell you, I did try to use this. It's for these little ones that kind of have the 3D effect and kind of climb up the side here. I have 2 of them. I will tell you that was very, very interesting. As with any tool, you have to learn how to use it. And using some of this stuff is kind of fun. It's very, very interesting. This one is for crinkling your paper. And I'm ungangly on this one too. This way. But I'm learning, and it's fun, you guys. As you know, if you've been doing those other ones along with us. But this one I'd never done before. Look at that, isn't that cool? I'm using the bigger piece so you can see it better, okay? I want you to be able to see all of this. And down here is where I used the small one and just did a curly Q. So if you want to give it a try, I recommend doing that. Like I said, they recommend doing a shape and fill your shape, or work on the outside of your shape. That really wasn't that difficult. It was just cut. Make sure you do cut your outer shape the same width as your quilling pieces, because I felt that my quilling got lost inside of my template here. Now, you want to hear something really cool? Quilling has been done for over 500 years. And the original quilling, they would literally wind the papers on those feather quills that they used for writing back in the day. And that's why it's called quilling. I just thought that was kind of cool. So, I've got to tell you, I don't know how I'm going to get these all back in the bag. All tidy and neat for Lisa in the bag. They came out neat. So, you guys, I've checked out several of these kits now, and a lot of them didn't have all of the things opened up yet. Open them up. Don't be afraid to open this stuff up. That's why they're there, for you to explore and to have fun. And sometimes it does end up messy. Okay, I'll fix that. It's not a problem. But look what I learned, you guys. Look what I learned. And I'm pretty doggone tickled with it. So I hope you have a fabulous Valentine's Day tomorrow. And remember, we are still on curbside service at the Ketchikan Public Library. So place a hold. If you don't know how to place a hold, There are instructions on our website, or just give us a call and we will do it for you. We will even pick out books, magazines, not magazines. We will pick out books, DVDs, etc. for you if you want. We also have a date with a book for Valentine's Day. Call in. They are fun. And don't forget, our phone number is 907-225-3331. Give us a call. Anything that you need that we can help you with, we will gladly help you. All right. Learn something new today, you guys. Mask on and be safe.